Hey, welcome back. It's the PokeHive with a new video regarding voice actors and autographs on memorabilia. So there's been a craze lately about getting voice actors and their signatures on cards. There's been tons of sales, tons of movement with them. I personally like them a lot, so I obviously have quite a few, and that's just a small sample of what I have. I've been traveling to different conventions and getting to meet people that had iconic voices in my childhood. So for this, for example, is a very, very cool Yami Yugi or Pharaoh Adam limited edition Shonen Jump Judgment of the Pharaoh, signed by Dan Yugi Green. Again, just getting a chance to meet somebody like that, have them sign your cards, it's a special experience, but people are super high on these cards right now just because signatures in general, whether it's the illustrator giving you insane value coming back or just getting your favorite card signed. So like, for example, here is an Error Pikachu. It's got a nice swirl to it. I was able to, this is Error because of the upside down back to it. I was able to meet Veronica Taylor. She was the first voice actor I ever met. Iconic voice. She's the voice of Ash Ketchum as well as many others. She was a fan of this card as well, something she hadn't seen before, so she wrote a little bit of I choose you on here. But you know, a $50 card becomes that much more special when you had that moment with them, or just by the fact that they graced it with their signature. So some people resell these. I mean, I sell my duplicates and they don't get to necessarily have that experience. Not everybody can travel and meet these people, but they still have kind of a piece of history on a voice that they either experienced in their childhood or something that they're super familiar with. So for example, Ted Lewis, voice of Giovanni, not everybody knows that. This is a first edition gym trainer. He is somebody that you don't get to see every day. And so for me to be able to get a few of those for him and maybe share those with a few people, it's definitely going to be special in somebody's collection. So other ones like Eric Stewart, super collectible in Yu-Gi-Oh! He is the voice of Kaiba, one of the main characters. This is from the second Kaiba Evolution deck. It's the first edition Blue Eyes White Dragon, a reprint of Legend of Blue Eyes. And these came straight from the deck, so this is going to be a hot commodity when I let a few of them go. I opened a case or two of the decks, but they're just really hot on the market right now and they're highly collectible. So another Yu-Gi-Oh! One here. We have Wayne Grayson. He was also the voice of Lance and Pokemon. Not a lot of people know that. And it takes a lot of research because it's not something that everybody's familiar with. This is from the starter deck from Joey, one of the first starter decks. It's a first edition Red Eyes Black Dragon. It's again something that, a card I grew up with when I was 8, 9 years old, but to get it signed by such I mean, I can hear Joey's voice in my head right now just talking about Red Eyes Black Dragon. So it's important for me. It's something that I'm going to keep forever, and a really good memory to go to a convention and be able to experience that. Now, as far as the market on these cards, I mean, we have something like a $30, $40 card in light play to near mint condition. It's not perfect, that's why I don't have a grade on it, but I got the original voice of Sabrina in English to sign the card, and it is a very popular artwork. Instead of a $40 card with a $40 signature, $25 to get it slabbed up, you're talking about a $250 to $300 card. So it is a lucrative option to be able to get these signed and share them with people that can't travel as well, or maybe international folks. But just the experience in itself is awesome. So we have another band card. This is a Misty's Tears. It's signed again by the English voice actor of Misty, Rachel Lillis, that doesn't travel to a ton of events, so it's another popular one just because everybody loves this card for obvious reasons. Some people don't love the English signature on a Japanese card. Some people don't mind it, or they collect English and have a few Japanese that they like, or watch the anime in English. So to each their own with some of these things, but I like getting a few different cards signed based on what I want to collect or what I think is cool. And then I get a couple duplicates of what I think other people will find cool. So here's another one, Lance's Charizard from VS. I think it's 2001 set, if I'm not mistaken. Water versus fire. This Charizard is actually a common, but in a PSA 10, it costs around $700 right now, $600 to $700. In a light plate condition, it's probably more like a $60 to $75 card. Signed and slabbed, you're probably talking maybe $300 to $400 for something that has a little bit of wear to it, just because it has the original voice actor in English. It's still an iconic card with an iconic signature, but these are a little bit more obtainable versus maybe an illustrator signature. So for example, if I wanted to get my Kingdra signed, right, by the illustrator, Kasube, it's something where that person may never sign cards again, if they even have in the last few years. I'm not sure, it's not something I've seen. So to get the illustrator signature on something like this may cost $1,000+, whereas I can get the voice actor of the trainer, and ooh, that one's got a little bit of wear to it. Maybe get it for $150. So still a cool card, still something that people that religiously watch the anime or just casually enjoyed it, they'll like as well. So there's some artworks, especially when they have good pens. That's a big factor. Wayne Grayson here didn't have the best pen, but I gave my paint marker to Lisa Ortiz, the voice actor of Sabrina, and that looks so much better. So Sabrina's Gaze in English, still a very, very good artwork. I'm thrilled to have her signature on it just because I'm a big Sabrina collector. So again, these are not for everybody, a little bit more of a niche item, but they are becoming more and more popular. And so they, again, really, really good experience to meet these guys. They tell you stuff that you would never even know about the shows they worked on, something that's not on the internet or public knowledge. And it's just good to meet them, good to hear their voice. Sometimes they'll do their voices for you, and it's a really, really cool experience. We'll just take a look at one or two more. We have something here, for example, this is a $1 card. Token, but very, very cool artwork. Some Yu-Gi-Oh collector for a $50 signature from Dan Green. He didn't do signatures for 20+ years because of some sad circumstances. Some Yu-Gi-Oh collector is gonna pay for what I paid, about $75 to get this card done. Probably pay around $200. So not only is it a fun experience, get to travel, get to meet these people, but if you do it and get a couple duplicates, it may pay for your trip. It may pay for, you know, the cards that you decide to keep. And I think they're only becoming more and more popular. It's a really great holiday item. It's a great gift item because it's not gonna break the bank. It's a little bit more affordable. Let's see if I have anything else cool here. We'll pull this guy out. All right, lastly, we're just gonna show, I got a bunch of different tops done as well. Really, because I liked not only the voice actors are from the anime, but they show the anime scenes in these tops cards. This episode is when Charmander gets left behind and he believes that Damien, his trainer, is gonna come back and come for him, and he is, you know, out in the rain and almost dies, where Ash saves him and he decides to join Ash. Like that, for me at 6 years old, that is ingrained in my brain so heavily. So to have the guy who played Charmander sign what is an iconic scene for me, I think that that's an awesome collectible and something that I'm gonna enjoy in my collection for a long time. So just to summarize, these are fun. These are collectible, they're really cool. I think people are catching on to how cool they are. And voice actors, because they didn't make a ton of money with these different shows at the time, they're starting to clean up a little bit more. So it's great to be able to patronize them. I don't know if that's the right word. to be able to fund them a little bit directly, get them some money for, you know, something that they gave us with their time and their voice and their legacy there, when back in the day they probably didn't make a ton of money doing it. So they're traveling more, they're meeting more fans, which I believe is awesome after the whole COVID experience. And it's a really good time to go out and meet them and get your favorite card signed. So that's it. We'll talk more about illustrated cards here soon. I have a few down there. There's a crazy amount of pursuit for some of these cards. People are traveling the world for them. And if you thought these were crazy, just wait till next time. In the meantime, give me a like if you want to. Definitely subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Have a great day.